Come with us if you dare into a twilight world of unspeakable horror.
You must die. Everybody must die.
Sample, if you dare, the deadly passion of the vampire lovers. The vampire lovers. Perverted creatures of the night find their victims everywhere.
Tonight, dear viewers, we are discussing, actually it's a Hammer Amicus collaboration.
The point about this is there's a trilogy where most of the screenplays are written, this was partially written by somebody else, but all the screenplays were written in one form or another by a guy named Tudorgate, and this is the first of the three, and I think it's the strongest of the three also.
Okay. And before we begin, just a few remarks. This is based on the novella Sheridan Le Fanu's Carmilla, which actually I got it from the library and I'm beginning to read it. It follows the book kind of closely. At the end, it starts departing.
Yes, and of course, this is as good a time as any to point out that this movie bristles with sapphic energy.
Oh, American International, not Amicus. Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I place this memoriam card in the pages of my history, and the book is closed. I pray forever.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I was kind of confused a little bit about the timeline, about how much time passed between what we're going to see versus, the rest of the film. Apparently there's like at least 20, 30 years.
That's a good point. But when he comes back in the movie later on, he's like very old and gray and wizened.
Right.
The enemies I sought were no ordinary mortals. They were murderers from beyond the grave. For this ruined castle, where I lay in wait, had once been the home of the Karnstein family. And at certain times,
The Karnstein family.
thrust out from their mouldering tombs and took a kind of human shape to roam the countryside and seek for victims to satisfy their need, their passion, thirst for blood. Sometimes to fortitude, savoring its enjoyment, at other times to strangle and exhaust at a single feast. I knew the spectre.
Yeah, this is very different from the Dracula openings.
Also knew
It's very, very intense and extremely well written.
its festering body.
He was 50 when he did this part, that guy there.
Are we talking 50 as in the actor or 50 as in the character's age?
50 as the actor.
Oh.
This Billboard.
Okay.
Here's where we get into some of the interesting, vampire traits. He's just said that, or basically, if they don't have a funeral crowd, they can't rest in their grave.
Right.
So that's why he's going down to steal it. That's certainly something you don't see in any other vampire movies that I can recall.
Yeah.
Every vampire movie makes its own universe. And even the Dracula films, they kept changing that universe.
Yeah, but still, Dracula still maintained the same kind of, he couldn't go out in sunlight. The steak was bad.
Right, the cross was bad.
Yeah, and here they still flare the cross. Thing is, they stake him, but the big thing is beheading, which is actually a cool thing. And you may think it odd that he was taking a little tinkle and then he had a little smile on his face. But you'll find out why later.
Well, I mean, you kind of know that you saw as she was walking towards him.
Ta-da.
Later on in the movie, there's a scene where he actually describes, and they show him killing the rest of her family.
Yeah.
It's quite a slaughter.
Except for the one who got away.
Which, yes, Carmilla.
As I watched the creature search around its grave, my limbs would scarcely obey, but I challenged the monster out there, whatever it might be, to reclaim its shroud.
And like he did a little panty raid. That's quite the touch.
Be destroyed only by stake through the heart or decapitation. I, sword in hand.
This was a masterful reveal, too. Hello. Let's go ahead. That's a nod, or a tip to our hat to Roy Ward Baker. Just another brilliant scene. Crossing boob action.
And I find it interesting that she wasn't, like, repelled, actually.
Yeah.
Startled, but not repelled. Oh, okay.
And I've seen other ones where they burn them. You know, it actually burns or scald, you know, like brands them or something.
Yeah.
But not in this one. But later on in the movie, you see Mary Carla also reacts to the cross negatively, too.
Well, negatively, but not like, you know, Dracula, Christopher Lee could not, was...
He couldn't tolerate it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Like I said, this universe, you know, the rules of vampires are just different.
Yeah.
And the other ones were Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing were the opposite of each other.
Now, this next one, this is the first kill by the vampire, or actually the aftermath, I would say. And I chose this one because this was actually the first time in my life that I've seen Peter Cushing actually vulnerable. If that,
good point.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, no, I understand.
And I thought that was
he's been duped, he's been taken advantage of, and he loses the most precious. Here's his daughter, who's been unknowingly, he didn't know, but Mary Carla's penetrated his household, Carmilla,
right,
and just basically fed off of her.
Yeah. Well, at this point, she's Marcilla. That was a little confusing for me. Like the name changes. That was her identity at this moment.
Supposedly, they're all like anagrams of Carmilla.
It seems like it, yeah.
You must come at once.
Okay, and
Bernie May is a doctor.
Yeah.
Who also played a vampire in the Fearless Vampire Killers. Yeah, that's a great movie.
I have not seen that in so long.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, you like it, you want to watch the film, but you don't want to watch the film for other reasons.
Yeah, but it's easy to forget who it is when the movie's playing.
Well, plus Roman Polanski already made what he was going to get off the film anyway, so.
Yes.
And I just remember the drunk Jewish vampire.
or the Count's gay son.
Yeah. Oh, have you got the vampire?
Her room is empty. I am here. Asleep.
That cat's no good. The first time I saw her, I said, that cat's no good.
And she's Polish.
Apparently, she was in a POW camp or some kind of concentration camp.
Yeah,
for a couple
yeah,
years.
she was. Yeah, she was in a concentration camp when she was young.
He's just been totally bamboozled by her.
Doctor, please.
See why he picked the last scene because it's kind of fulfilling, because he gets his revenge.
Right.
True.
I like the way that they kind of gratuitously expose her nippies.
But at this moment, it's a dead nippy, so.
But I guess they had to show that. Not in the neck. You notice, not in the neck.
Yeah.
Although, that's what it is in the book.
The neck?
No, the breast. She bites him in the breast.
Sapphic energy.
Sapphic energy.
Wrestling.
Yes, it's got to come from somewhere.
Actually, I think if you
But-
go to YouTube and go Horror Babble, you can listen. They actually, I think Horror Babble did a reading of Carmilla.
Yeah.
If you just want to like sit, listen to it.
Ooh. God, I love that.
And then, yes.
Well, I think I carried it on where she returns to the grave. But still, that closing door at the end, I thought was just incredible.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah?
We actually come back to that in Lust for a Vampire. They actually like clear that crypt again.
Well, I kind of wondered, since I haven't seen the other two movies. In the other two movies, do they explain the man on the horse?
Do you mean do they like go into detail about who he is?
Or at least explain
However,
explain who he is, because apparently...
he's not in the second one, but he's in the third one.
Yeah, and then also the woman who's presented as the mother of... Yeah.
Don Adams.
Those are the only
family.
questions I have in this thing, so...
There's a little bit more of an expansion of it in Lust for a Vampire, because in that, in the very beginning, the man in black and the woman that plays, or says she's her mother, they actually grab a virgin and do a satanic ritual to raise Mia Carla back from the grave. But then actually, the second one in this series, Twins of Evil, they don't really show up at all. Mia Carla shows up and basically turns one of her ancestors into a vampire, and that's who Peter Cushing has to try to take care of at the end of the movie. But it's a man on the horse, or the dark man, or whatever you want to call him. They don't really get into a lot of detail about it. But you do get the impression that they're somehow or another, they're all part of the same family.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, because the wild thing is in this one, she doesn't turn anybody else into a vampire, does she?
No, as a matter of fact, they don't. That's one of the things she talks about towards the end of the movie.
Anyway, so this is the end of the movie. It's the finale. This is... I forget exactly when we come in, but we'll see. Because there's something that I actually also appreciate it about this. Yeah, she just killed the governess.
But she turned into her little lesbian slave earlier in the movie.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, none of the women wear lynch clothing in this movie. Can't help but notice that.
Draw lipstick. Come on, Eric, say it.
And actually, I also like the fact that this seems to be a much more emotional reaction than compared to Dracula and his
They
bestial.
said I agree with you, but the rest of the whole movie, they're actually having a relationship, and she's actually talking to her and telling her all these different things about, relationships and what she wants love, but she can't have it, and everybody dies, and she knows and stuff.
Yeah.
She's really kind of a tragic character.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for being a lesbian bloodsucker.
Yeah, but there's a part of her that doesn't want this, but then there's the bigger part of her that's a homicidal maniac.
Yeah, that's part of her nature.
Older now.
Now, they're looking for the grave. Now, in the book, the guy is actually the descendant of the guy who killed the vampires. It's not the same guy.
Oh, in the book?
In the book, yeah.
So
This is a longer period of time elapsed, yeah.
Baron Herzog will always be, it's like their familial duty to always show up and kill him.
Werner Herzog? What?
Well, that's the name of the guy, the white-haired guy is Baron Herzog.
Baron Herzog. I thought you said Werner Herzog. Is like, okay.
Yeah, and nobody's saying. This is the father of, what's the girl? His daughter.
Emma, I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying the girl, the actress played in, she was a Bond girl. She was in a closet with Roger Moore and Live and Let Die.
Well, she was in a closet here too, and she wouldn't come out.
Are we talking her or?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's the thing that's a little unusual. Okay, they can hang around out in daylight, but I guess, I don't know, do they have to, come back to the grave? I guess they do.
Yeah, that's a little confusing, but they do. I guess it's after they feeding, they have to do that.
Makes sense to me. Kind of like when I eat too much ice cream, I have to take a nap.
Yeah, but when you drink too much, you pass out.
Digestion time.
Yeah.
Or gastric empty.
Like I said, though, if you watch this whole movie and you really check the character out, she's kind of sad because there's a part of her, the female side of her, that didn't want any of this.
Yeah, she doesn't come across as, Dracula was a very bestial. And she seems
he didn't seem to have a softer side.
Yeah.
Or any kind of regret about what he was doing. She's a very complicated character.
Yeah.
Kevin. On the other hand, she always wanted to pick young, nubile women. Because 2 or 3 times, the twice they show her particularly biting a male. It's quick, it's vicious, and it's done just to get rid of him. What she got, what she needs.
Yes.
She wanted no relationship with a man at all.
She's particularly brutal to the doctor.
Thing to say, look at the size of that stick.
Yes, it is.
Any other time they need a hammer to.
His anger, he wants vengeance. Just acceptance.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, yeah, it was a good ending because I thought they can't leave it like that.
Yeah, they can't shut the lid.
Yeah, what the hell were we thinking?
We gotta bury it like this.
And that's what you get for taking a big steak with you.
Steak, a little coffee.
Yeah.
Let us pray to God that Styria has been rid of these devils forever.
No, the trilogy has just started, buddy.
And Styria is a state in southern Austria.
Look, and see, here's the point. You were Beth was saying it earlier, though, and that's this: you had these lesbian relationships, and it took the men to take care of business and set everybody straight again.
With the big
According
steak.
with their big stick, yeah.
Big steak.
Yeah, that's the same guy that played Count Dracula in the Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires.
Oh. Now that you say it, I recognize him.
But he's still not Christopher Lee.
And everybody, yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure he even thought it too. I'll never be Christopher Lee. Because this did not show up that, I like the way that they finished up here, a nice touch at the end here.
Yeah, they didn't do the cliche watch the vampire dissolve kind of thing.
But out of the all three movies in the trilogy, I consider this one the strongest. There's a better story. The characters actually a deeper character, more character development, and of course there was that awesome opening scene and an awesome death scene.
Well, my only complaint. Well, I don't know if it's a complaint or not, but there was no scenes in here. But the butler seemed like he was going to be like one of the guys that was going to set things straight.
Take care of business.
Yeah, but then Carmilla whacked him.
Well, she seduced him because she needed to use him to get rid of all the
the garlic plants and all that.
Clear the way open to her victim. So when it was over, and after she used him for, she used him for, she executed him in a very vicious manner.
Yeah, she had to do that, but it's just that they were setting him up to be more.
And I wish I could remember that guy's name. He shows up as a cop in Lust for a Vampire. He shows up again he plays a cop investigating the mysterious deaths at some girls' school. It's the same guy. I can't remember his name.
Harvey Hall. No, they were starting to, because, a woman should never make the advances. In Victorian England, well, this is pre-Victorian, a woman never makes the advances. A man always does. And if a man accepts a woman taking the advances, he turns into a bitch. That's what happened to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you watch, he's actually a good and faithful servant. He's trying to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, and he acted
she seduces him with her feminine.
And he acted very aware that there was a vampire presence.
Right, and
he thought it was
The governess?
The governor.
I could see
that. Because she freaked out when she saw the garlic plants.
Right, they never stopped to think, hey, none of this started to happen until she showed up. Okay, honey?
True.
Carmilla. He didn't
Exactly,
stop
true.
to think. In other words, he saw her repel, and he didn't stop to think, hey, maybe she's reacting to the third presence. Because none of this started happening into the house. You should have thought that way. But anyway, but it goes this. The minute a man doesn't make the advances and lets a woman do it first, he turns into a bitch.
So he loses the aggression in the relationship.
Right. And nobody's going to make any lipstick jokes here?
So if he doesn't make the advances, he ain't got to do the staking.
Will you please get me something to fucking drink?